Hello and welcome to the Nine-Centered Living Podcast. I'm your host, Pam December, and welcome to my living room. I have been trying to get an episode out for quite some time now. I released a new trailer earlier in January, and I've been wanting to talk about what Nine-Centered Living actually is. And sometimes my right mind just does not want to dive into the strategy in that. So I'm kind of just flowing with it, and I'm like, maybe it's not so much about directly lecturing or teaching on Nine-Centered Living, and it's more about actually showing you. So my Nine-Centered Living journey has me leaning more and more into my digestion, which is part of the variables of the human design chart, and I am an open taste. So open taste is one of the more primitive ways of eating. You're meant to eat more locally and seasonally. So this has brought me to diving more into growing my own food. So this year will be the first year that I will be attempting that. So as a good first line, I've been doing a bunch of research. I've been following a few different YouTubers and discovering what this gardening thing is all about. What's kind of interesting about us too is like I'm only one generation removed from the farm, so there's got to be some DNA in there that'll help me out, right? So yeah, what I wanted to share with you is with what it's like to garden. I really have enjoyed having a space in my yard. I've been growing raspberries for quite a few years and rhubarb, but that's been the extent of the gardening. So this year I've dived into what actually grows in my area. So I'm in a zone 2B, which puts our estimated last frost date at May 20th. And our estimated first frost date is, I think it's the September 11th, which makes about 114 days of growing time. So it's quite a short season. So that means from the research that I've done, that the best way to actually help my plants actually grow is to start them inside. So I'll probably do a separate video on that. I've got a bunch of seed starting and germinating supplies already, but what I really wanted to share with you today is, of course, I went online and I had to do some seed shopping, and I would love to show you what I got. So let's have a look. So part of the research and that what I've done is I was looking for seeds that had a shorter growing time just because of the shorter growing season here in 2B. What I also did was get a list of hardy vegetables. So these are ones that are more frost resistant. And then I've got these semi-hardy vegetables, which, as you can see, some of them are actually do better if they get a little bit of frost. So I've also tried to stick to things that my open taste has actually said yes to. So I like root vegetables, cabbages, broccolis, those kinds of things, carrots, onions, turnips, all that. So, but I also wanted to grow some flowers as well because we want to help our pollinators. So first set of seeds that I have here are the ones that I just picked up from our local Walmart. So I've got some Shasta daisies, some cauliflower, nasturtiums. Now these are an edible flower. Apparently you can eat all of the plant, the leaves and the flowers included. So that sounds kind of fun for salads. Zucchini. And then I got these rainbow carrots. So I feel like I had these in my cart in one of the other places as well. So I'm unsure if I might have duplicated on some of these. It was just so much fun looking for seeds at all the different seed places. So we'll see. I did try to get more than one type of, say, like carrots, and just to have some variety, as well as they each had different like germination things. So these seeds are from Brother Nature. We don't have pictures, but this is green onion, red celery, which it looked really neat on the website. And we got California Wonder Bell. No, so this is a red pepper. And then I got an heirloom variety of spinach. So that's from Brother Nature. Let's see. Now this next set of seeds is from West Coast Seeds. So let's see what we have here. And I know I have way more seeds than I actually have space for. At this point, I'm going to have a 3x4 raised bed. And then my daughter is looking to have a 3x5 bed, I believe. But that one will have to be constructed. So, okay, so from West Coast Seeds, we have some Celine Bush beans. So these are purple. Oh, there we go. There you can see the color. Super excited, purple being my favorite color. I've got ground cherries, which is like a bush type tomato. And it has a husk similar to a tomatillo, so I thought that looked really interesting. We have Amish paste tomatoes. Now, 4 tomatoes. I don't eat a lot of raw tomatoes. We do enjoy pasta sauce, so that's one of the things I got. My daughter got me for Christmas, actually, was a water canning set. So tomatoes being one of the things that can be water bath canned. I got this rhubarb, Glaskins Perpetual Rhubarb. So this is a different variety than what I currently have in my yard. And I'm not sure, because the rhubarb that's in my yard now was just transplanted last year. I'm unsure if it's actually taken, because it does take a couple years for rhubarb to establish itself. So I'm hoping that it survived the winter, but I won't find out until closer to June. And here we have just a yellow onion. It's supposed to be good for storage, and that's one thing that would be good, is to be able to eat fresh grown onions from my garden into the winter. Next winter. I got this lettuce, a romaine. Figured the cost of romaine lettuce has been so high that why not try and grow it? So this is a fun one. Cucamelon cucumbers. So they're just little tiny, like grape-sized cucumbers. I don't know how well they'll do. I don't have a greenhouse, but the 3x4 bed I have does have a top to it that'll make it kind of like a mini greenhouse. So we'll see. So, and one of our other favorites here in our house is beets. And I've never had this variety of beet, so it's more of a cylindrical beet. And what I'm going to do is, if I don't have enough garden space, which I won't with this amount of seeds, is do some container gardening. And the cylindrical type beets go well in the container garden because they grow deep instead of wide. And then the last set of seeds we have here is from Stokes. I believe this one is just flowers. It's really stuck on that. There we go. Okay. Yes, so, it doesn't have, I'm going to have to find the pictures because these aren't in color. So these are a strawberry blonde marigold. And then these ones are a dwarf marigold, but in the fireball. So rather than the traditional yellow-orange and kind of like a rusty red color, these are more on towards the pinks. And marigolds aren't my favorite flower, but they do really well with keeping cats out of the garden because they do have quite a strong smell. So looking forward to growing a marigold that I actually enjoy looking at as someone with outer vision, and keeping the cats out of my garden. So this is a mini seed haul. Definitely more than can fit in a 3x4 garden. But the thing is with seeds, they keep as long as you keep them dry and out of light. So if I don't use all the seeds this year, I'll be able to use them next year. I'm going to be starting more than what I need, just in case things don't germinate, or because this is going to be my first time growing from seed. If I have any failures, which there's bound to be some, that I have extra seeds either to grow, or if they all come up, then I have seeds to share. So this is part of Nine-Centered Living, is this living life as part of your design and doing things that bring a lot of joy and nourishment to your life. So I'm looking forward to bringing you on this gardening journey. I'm not sure what else will want to be shared as part of Nine-Centered Living, but this is definitely part of it right now. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Some California Wonderball. So this is a focus, is a type of cauliflower. Why does this say pepper? Oh. California Wonder Bell, not ball. So this is